This video is designed to show you how to import your historical WinRed data. If your campaign has already connected your WinRed account to Trailblazer, all future transactions will feed in and the links between the donor and WinRed will be created for your FEC reporting purposes. However, we still want to get your historical data in, and so this video is designed to teach you how to do that. We don't go in depth on how to do an import, so I will provide a link below in the description on how to get to our general importing videos. I am going to start, however, with a file. It is important to note this is not a direct export from WinRed. This is just a demonstration file that I've created for this purpose. But the reason why I'm bringing it out is one of the things we'll want to add to the WinRed file, if we don't have one already, is a batch code. So we want to make sure that each transaction has the same batch code. What you'll notice here is I've got a variation on today's date. You can put whatever you want in here, but again, we want to make sure that it's the exact same for every transaction in this workbook. So I'll go ahead and highlight this. You can hit Control C or you can right click and select to copy it. But I do want to make sure that I put that in my clipboard. Then the next thing I'm going to do here is I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to save this file as a CSV file. And I'm just going to go ahead and put it on my desktop so it's easy to find. Then I'm going to go ahead, close this out because it will need to be closed for Trailblazer to be able to work with it. And I'm going to open up the voters component. From here, I'll choose File, Utilities, and Import. I'm going to make sure that I select the type of contribution add and that the import file type is a CSV. Then I'll go ahead and browse my files, and here I've got that WinRed example. I'll choose OK, match fields, and we want to ensure that they all line up here. And it looks like my second line of the address was off. I'll just go ahead and update that. And then I'm going to go ahead and check any boxes that apply here. Maybe I need to update the election. Maybe I need to say yes, allow duplicates. Or I need to check this box so that thank yous don't get sent. Now, chances are you've already done acknowledgments of the gifts, so I would leave this unchecked. But you can update these all accordingly. Then we're going to go ahead and hit pre-import check. The application is going to go through, make sure that this file is okay for import. I'm going to hit OK. Once that's done, I'll tell it to run the import. If you've got multiple addresses in here, you can apply the flags accordingly. But I'll go ahead and hit OK here. I'm just going to run with the defaults on all of it. Now that's going to go ahead, import them. It tells me that 11 voters were updated, which I would expect. All of those voters that were in that import were already in the database. But I want to look for errors, things like that here. But if it looks like everything went in, 11 contributions were imported, I'll hit OK and accept that. My next step is I'm going to go into the contributions component and I want to search on that batch code that I entered into those records. So once I've added that here, I'll hit search and I should bring up the 11 transactions that I added. Now I'm going to go ahead and link them to WinRed. So I'll click on the file dropdown, choose earmarks, create matching record from pack. And I'll get this little warning. Go ahead and read through that dialog and hit OK if you approve. And then the next step is we're going to go ahead and search for WinRed. Now, in my database, they are added as a first name or organization name. So I'll type that in. If you're not sure, you can put it in here and it'll search every part of the names. But I'll search for the individual record and then hit select. If you don't already have them added, go ahead and hit new. You can create a new record right from here. But I'll hit select. That's going to say matching earmark contributions will be generated for WinRed. I'm going to hit yes, and that's going to run that process. 11 earmark records were created. So now if I go ahead and hit search, this should actually double to 22. And what I should see is for each transaction that's there, I've got a corresponding WinRed transaction. If I open up the individual record here, so I go into Amber's record, go down to the financials here, I'm going to see that everything in this donation looks just fine. But if I go into the add earmark partner, I will see the WinRed pack is linked to this gift. And so all of that will feed into your FEC reporting as it should. And that's all we need to do to set or link your contributions to WinRed.